Ya Hazreti Mevlana
How does one begin to express and feel 700 years of heritage in 10 minutes? With a single dance, the rhythm of divine inspiration, the Mevlevi order of Dervish revive this timeless ceremony with every whirl.
We have been making this spiritual journey for over 700 years. We want to live and preserve this belief, thought, and way of life. Sema is a rising high spiritually. It's the ascending of man. It's to feel the God, Allah, the universe, and the man in one. We call this Tawheed, unification. It's to eliminate the ego and being non-existent to be existed in God, to be with God. Sema has 4 parts. We call these salams. Ilallah, ma'allah, fillah, minallah. Towards God, with God, in God, and from God, coming back to mankind. Samazan, the whirling dervish, qualifying his heart, purifying his heart, rises high, then turns back to mankind, understanding, perceiving God and his mission.
Symbolism is of the utmost importance in the Mevlevi's world. To kiss all things living, non-living for appreciation. The tenure, a white wrapping which portrays the shroud around their body at death. Covered by a black cloak representing the coffin in which their body will lie. To the sikke, worn on their heads, that symbolizes the gravestone. Even a handshake personifies the mutual respect and equality they feel for each other. All these gestures and symbols bring the Mevlevi into divine light and praise the belief there is no God but God.
Within us, there is always this insatiable desire, yearning, longing to know and be in the divine presence. Like our master Jalaluddin, we are propelled to think, to feel, and to act out of state of being in divine love.
study the musics of Iran and the Arab countries and so forth. There's nothing quite like this.
The fact that this ancient Mevlevi music is still being composed today attests to its unwavering character and irresistible magnetism.
Human traditions that have achieved this and have perpetuated themselves for 600 years. That's, again, a very extraordinary thing.
Usullü, usulsüz ve icra edildiği anda bestelenen formlarıyla, ayrıca değişmez birer kaydı olarak kullanılan ilgi çekici usul birleşimleriyle yüzyıllar ötesinden günümüze ulaşabilen muhteşem bir repertuar.
Turkish music's true nature comes forth in the nuance of its refined pitches.
Bu kendine özgü perdelerin birbiriyle ilginç izdivaçlarından oluşan rengarenk makamlarımız, çalan, söyleyen ve dinleyenler üzerinde derin bir tesir yaratır.
The Mevlevis found an artistic way to communicate a certain spiritual, a transcendental vision. And to use both a choreographic movement and music and poetry to achieve that, it's no small feat.
The whirlers or semazans, they need to have spiritual training. It isn't just a dance, it's a remembrance of Allah. What we're seeing in many semas around the world is a degeneration of the meaning, the spiritual meaning of whirling prayer ceremony. We're seeing form, we're seeing popularization, we're seeing externals. It's very close to becoming just Turkish folk dancing.
When we come to Istanbul, or mainly in Konya also, and we see that in restaurants there is whirling being offered for $20, I have seen such things. Somebody in a dress smoking and just putting a cigarette aside and then coming to the hall and whirling and going back again. Somebody takes the money after. This is, for us in the West, is not attractive at all. But the ones who really seeking for God, they don't want this.
Here we are in the courtyard of the former Galata Mevlevi in Pera, Istanbul, the most famous of the Mevlevi dervish lodges that has been written about by foreign travelers. This is the entrance of the Yeni Kapı Mevlevi, which was founded in the late 16th century. It was burnt down in fires of the early 1960s and middle 1990s. Our Mevlevi need to be restored. Their authentic spaces once more used for sema performances like Tokat, Gelibolu and Kütahya. If restored, Yeni Kapı would once again be our creative center.
Ben Türkiye'deki ve dünyadaki bütün Mevlevileri aynı çatı altında görmeyi arzu ediyorum. Bunun için de bana göre en iyi çözüm Kültür Bakanlığı ve Uluslararası Mevlana Vakfı'nın müşterek bir üst kurul tespit etmesi lazım.
The point of having such ceremonies is to strengthen a certain belief and view. Not just to know it exists in the library, but to actually internalize it to yourself, to your group, and to the people who see it. If you think this is a valuable thing for mankind, then you'd want to support something like this. If, on the other hand, you think that transcendentalism is bad, dangerous, because it threatens materialism, then you wouldn't want to strengthen a tradition like this. If you prefer to have a materialistic society, then this is not a good thing to support.